Hey everybody, Dogbird here in DC Worlds Collide again with the new character spotlight on Kid Flash this time. Kid Flash is a epic character or gold character, and he is a healer, agility or green, I should say, healer. Interesting character. Is a pretty good single target healer. That's the only really downside to him is that he is a single target healer. Even though he is epic, he is not the best healer in the game. That would probably go more to like a Black Canary who can heal the entire team, but he is a very good healer. It's arguable whether or not he's the best or not. Let's take a look at him. As far as gear goes, you're pretty much just looking for things to give him like more hit points or attack, or because the heal set is just defensive crit. You just pretty much want survivability, or possibly a speed set if you actually have speed gear. I do not have the speed gear to put on him, so I'm kind of screwed. Unfortunate. One of the interesting things about him is he does have a tactical renaissance. Like all others, he does increase the attack power, hit points, defense by 9%. I have him at level 2 now because I got him up to rank 6. And the other thing he does is, the big thing he does is he increases all allies' health restored by 20%, so healing essentially by 20%. Of course, if you get a chance to max him out by getting him all the way up to rank 10 or 5 red star, then it gets 12%, but the big thing is at the start of the round, he'll heal for 5% of lost hit points. That's quite a nice little heal to himself. His Renaissance links, he has one, of course, to Flash, the legendary Flash. Good luck getting him, which if you had that would be a 7.5% attack. There's another character which will eventually give him 7.5% defense, and if you have Superboy and Damian Wayne, you'll have 10% hit points. As far as his skills go, his ultimate, he quickly sprints around and he heals the allied target with the lowest health percentage 4 times, healing for 85% of attack power, so you may want to put some attack power gear on him too. He also grants the target shelter for 2 rounds, and if you didn't know what shelter was, it decreases the next damage for the next attack by 50%. Because I got him up to level 2, he now heals for 95%, and the big thing here, he gives them 70% on their action bar. That is huge, he is speeding them up. Level 3, not too important, this increases a little bit of healing. On his basic, he just does a little bit of damage. As you can see, only at level 2, he's at 47%, but he also gains a stack of haste for 2 rounds. Haste increases his speed by 5%. You can have up to 15 stacks of that, so it means he can go very fast. His stunt heals the ally target with the lowest proportion of hit points, with hit points equal to 195% of attack power. And of course, this is a one round cooldown, so he uses it, cools it down, and he can use it again on 2 turns, essentially. And because I have him at level 2, he also gives them a stack of recover or a regen. If you get him up to level 3, got him rank 10, he also gets himself and the ally a stack of haste, which of course is at 5% speed, and recover. He gains 25% of attack power up to 15 stacks, so you can get quite a bit of them. And finally, his passive, just a heal bonus increased to 60% at my level, but his basic is increases healing applied to targets with less than 50% hit points by 50% and grants them 1 stack of sturdy armor. That gets increased to 60, like I said. And sturdy armor gives them 20% defense and crit resist by 5%. Again, that stacks. So now let's go and take a look at him and talk a little bit more about him in some battles. Alright, this is in the arena, or Beast Arena, whatever they call it. This is a very defensive setup team, with Constantine being the main damage, Santana helping out with some more support and healing, Lex Luthor and Mr. Freeze as my tanks. As you can see, it is a little bit of a punch-up. So the whole reason behind this, a couple of good things that why I put Kid Flash in here. Thanks to Santana, you have the Lifesteal or healing automatically done. Constantine does some healing, so Kid Flash's Technical Renaissance is going to help with that. Mr. Freeze also does healing. He's going to increase that Mr. Freeze healing. Plus, on top of this, Kid Flash heals up whoever needs healing. So that makes Kid Flash, this because he is a healer, he does work well with a lot of different teams. Obviously, if you have the mirror like I do, it comes in very handy with his Tactical Renaissance because that thing heals their back row. A character like Santana, who support Mr. Freeze, who can heal. Bane would be another good one because he heals himself up. Frankenstein, who also heals himself up, another good character to use with him. He is pretty much plug and play, like I said. Pandora would be another character because of her little heal and her shielding. So you're going to use him mostly as a defensive type character. Of course, because he is a healer, he would be weaker against a poison setup team. Like if he was going against a poison ivy, penguin, scarecrow, that would be another video about that team and why it works so well against this. Like this is, like I said, it was a great defensive battle. And you see, I even punched up and won, which is hard to do. Okay, and now let's go into another battle. This one I included, even though this is a big punch up against another defensive-oriented team with a bit more DPS than me. They also had a Kid Flash. I wanted to include this video to show you how ridiculous a couple defensive teams are because of how long they can go and how the healing from like a Kid Flash can really help you out and just make you survive when you probably shouldn't survive as long as you should. If this had been more of an offensive team I was going against, I probably would have gotten the win. I would have outlasted them. So when you're punching up, you want to be more defensive. When you're punching down, you can be more offensive. But you can see, like, even though when characters almost die, they always come back. And we happen to be using Lex Luthor, so we're getting a lot of shields, which really tilts it. But in the end, I do lose. But it gives you a good idea of what that extra healing does when you combine them with the other characters. So I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to end my voice here. So until next time, everyone, I hope this video was helpful and you get an idea of how to use Kid Flash and what he's useful for and his purposes. Until next time.